What's up, everyone? We're back with another episode. Wanted to talk a little bit about Finger on the App 2. I'm sure people have seen it. They probably saw Jimmy tweet about it. They probably saw it on his YouTube video that he posted earlier this week. But I wanted to get a little bit more in detail on Finger on the App 2, talk a little bit about Finger on the App 1, what we learned, why we're doing it a second time, and then probably get a little bit into the metrics in the bigger picture for this, because the game goes live today, as you guys are seeing this video. It's Saturday. The game goes live tonight at 5 p.m. So if you're not playing, what the hell are you doing with your life? So everyone go download the game, and I hope you enjoy. But I wanted to kick it off with my co-host Blake to talk a little bit further about Finger on the App.
Yeah, why don't we just take a step back and just talk about like who you are and why is this even relevant for you to be talking about Finger on the App?
Yeah, it actually all started with a company called Mischief. They approached Jimmy and I. I don't even know. It's been 8 months since we did Finger on the App one.
Probably, yeah.
And they approached us with this idea, and Jimmy had kind of had a similar idea to do his YouTube challenges on his MrBeast channel and somehow bring them to the masses. Like, how do we get millions of people to be able to compete in what I do? And Finger on the App was really that idea. And the premise behind the game is really just put your finger on your phone, and the last one to have your finger on your phone wins. And it really was born from his series that he started on YouTube, which was Last to Leave. I think the first one was Last to Leave Lamborghini Keeps It, and then we did boat, house, whatever, everything, right? And so the iteration of that was okay, let's do a mobile phone with a mobile app. Everyone puts their finger on their phone. We'll make it so people can't cheat, or we'll make it so bots can't win the game. And then, we deployed it out. We had 1.1 million downloads on the first version. I think I need to go back and look at the stats, but we were 4 hours into the game, and we still had hundreds of thousands of players that were playing this game, and it lasted 72 hours. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think the craziest piece of when that happened was it got really crazy in that the people who made it the furthest actually became creators themselves, and you saw a lot of live streams popping up on Twitch. You saw TikTok accounts proving that they were there. I just thought that piece was amazing, and it's a really smart opportunity for the right creator to use this as a way to jumpstart their career, because if you do win this challenge, you automatically are getting a ton of eyes on you of just who is the person that's still holding their finger on. I'm granted those people. How long did those people last? The ones that ended up winning.
72 hours went by, and there was 4 people left. There's actually 5 left, and Jimmy offered Jimmy offered one of the 5 guys $10,000 to take his finger off his phone, and his mom was like, yes, fingers off the phone, we'll take the money. And then I believe we gave $20,000 to each person left, to the remaining 4 at the 72-hour mark. And I believe they were all streaming on either Twitch or YouTube at the time, to your point.
Yep. Yeah, and they were pulling in good amount of views, and I think it was interesting to watch as a bystander. I am definitely not the person who's going to sit here for 72 hours with my finger on my phone, but I think younger me would have definitely tried to do it. I think, I guess from that, obviously that was a big success. Went well in almost every single way that you can imagine. What led to this new version? What's different in this new version, and how were you thinking about it all?
Yeah, so how the first version worked is we had a pool of $25,000, and after you lost, you could basically vote with what you think the winner should get. And so it's basically the average of all the votes, and I think it came down to 17,900. So a lot of people actually voted 0, which is terrible, but that's just kind of how the internet goes. And so we ended up paying everyone out more than that, but this one's for $100,000. There's going to be some surprises as the game goes on, and different things that might potentially happen. So we've added a few different things that Jimmy wanted in the game. We're upping the stakes to $100,000, and we just felt, okay, people are still restless. They're at their home. The vaccine's out, but not a lot of people are traveling. People are still staying in. So we wanted to do a second version just to kind of spark the internet up again, have something fun to do on the weekend, see how long the game lasts. And hopefully, like you said, I'm curious to see how many big Twitch streamers play the game this time around, because I don't think any of them were prepared the first time. I don't think they really understood how big it was going to be. So I'm curious, going on Twitch Saturday night, if we'll see a weird finger on the app icon when you go to browse. What are your thoughts?
I think we will. I think for sure we will. I think people are going to be trying this really hard. It probably will end up on just chatting. You're just going to see all of just chatting on Twitch just be this. But I think it's it's a really good opportunity for these creators to get more exposure. And again, if you win this, like, you are going to have a lot of eyes on you. And I'm curious. I know last time there was a ton of speculation and concerns around, like, is there going to be a cheater that wins this? Because like their thoughts were you could just like build a robot or something. And I imagine now, like, they're even more. They're like, oh, they have a week or 2 weeks to prepare, and now they're really building their robots. Yeah. How have you thought about the anti-cheat side of all this?
Yeah, I can't go into too much detail about what our anti-cheat looks like because I can't give people too much information. But even on the first iteration, like, we thought about every single way that someone could potentially cheat the system. We saw, like, on Twitter, I remember seeing 3D printers of like a hand, and the hand was just moving in a square. We obviously like knew when people were doing that, and we could tell, like, we had systems in place to just like completely eliminate those people. And we knew, like, when it got down to like the top 1,000, we could go through each individual and we could kind of look at like what their finger was doing and eliminate people in real time. So really not concerned at all about any type of people hacking or being able to cheat the system. And we also have a few different modes this time around. So hopefully people enjoy that. But yeah, can't get too far in the weeds on like what our anti-cheat looks like.
Is there, like, I feel like the dream future is that, like, you can make it so you can just, like, Jimmy could FaceTime directly through this app, or like when it gets to the top 5, like, you can have it so they're just like, okay, let's just like turn on everyone's face cam and let's see what's going on. Like, I feel there would be some cool pieces there.
How cool could it be if like all of a sudden your phone starts buzzing within the app and it's like accept call, and you hit it and it's like Jimmy pops up and he's like automatically FaceTiming with you. He's like, yo, you made the top 5, right? Like that would have taken a much longer time to get this out. Like, we had like 3 months to develop this thing. We're super excited for it. Just to go through a few stats too, because people have been asking about this.
When did it officially go live? Actually, like, when did you? So you announced it on, was it last Saturday?
Let me look at a calendar. So Saturday the 13th was when his video went live, telling people that the game could be downloaded and you could play battle mode. And how battle mode really works is like, you acquire cookies by beating people in battle mode, and 300 cookies gives you 1 life. So you can either play battle mode to get lives, or you can just buy lives for the game. And so that's how battle mode works, and that's when it was announced. We hit #1 free game on the App Store by the morning of the 14th, by Sunday morning. And then we hit #1 on the Android store by Sunday night. So we were #1 in top free games on both stores. And so that's just like kind of the power of what creators can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you and I talk about literally every single time we're on there, where it's just like, when you have this distribution, you can unlock some incredible things. I'm curious, as far, like, are you able to share as far as just the number of downloads so far, or like what that looks like?
I won't get too far in the weeds. I'll say we're over 1 million, definitely. Okay. Wow. So we're definitely over 1 million. If Jimmy wants to release the full amount of downloads, I'll let him do that on Twitter or however he wants to release that, like on Saturday. But it's gone well. I mean, we're definitely over 1 million. We'll see where we go from here. I'm curious to see how many live players we'll have this time around. Yeah. And I'm curious to see, like, I don't think it'll last as long as it did last time. I know, like, I mean, people, like, his fans probably are like taking off work and things like that.
Yeah, so, I bet you people are training for this one. I feel like $100,000 gets to a point where it's like, okay, you know what? There's a calculation here where if I call in sick, for 2 days straight, it might be worth it.
Yeah, a lot of people are like tweeting at me, telling they're like they took work off Monday, like they're ready to like get in the hole on Saturday and just like push through as far as they can. And Jimmy, like, what I thought was really interesting the first time around was that a lot of people actually big brained it, and when the game asked for a phone number, a lot of them didn't put their phone number. They put like their parents or best friend's phone number. So when we got down to the last 5 people, Jimmy had their phone numbers and we called all of them, and it was either family member or best friend that answered their phone. So the top 5 people were like thinking so far ahead, like,
wow, because they didn't want their phone to ring and like mess it up. Wow.
Yeah. And also, like, I'm sure a lot of them put it on Do Not Disturb anyway. But to just have the wherewithal to be like, oh, if I put my phone number down, there's a world where Jimmy could call me at the end. I better put someone else's number because I'm going to try and win, and I'll have my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy to think about. Those people were thinking about it in a really crazy way. You talked a little bit about the battle mode in this one. Is there a limit to the amount of extra lives you can get? Or can you, like, if in theory, can I just keep going and get, like, 30 extra lives?
No. There's a limit of 3. So 300
Okay. Oh, wow.
cookies. So 900 cookies will get you 3 lives. Same as the last time we gave.
That's a
everyone 3
grind to
lives.
get 900 cookies. Let me be clear. I played earlier, and I think I'm up to like 30 cookies, and oh my gosh, I was like, this is going to take a while. But again, if I was very serious about this, I'd be grinding. I know you also did a piece here where you said you could buy the extra lives. What does that actually look like? Is that like Jimmy making money, or is that going into the pool itself, or like what do the extra lives look like here?
I mean, it was expensive to develop the game. Like, we're giving away $100,000. Everyone knows MrBeast. I'm sure more money will be given away as this competition progresses. And we're also like in the process of developing a few more games that we think will bring his community even further together. You know, if with the thesis really around BeastGames being like taking what Jimmy does really well on his YouTube channels and letting everyone compete on that scale. And so it's also going to help us with further development of games within his ecosystem.
Wow. Yeah, no, I was going to ask. This one, he was pushing it out under, I think it was BeastGames.com or something like that. Like, how were you thinking about that? I think that's probably a hint towards the future of this. And I don't know how much you can talk about the future of all this, but like, do you just view this as one game within the suite, which you just hinted towards, or is this like, you think this becomes the platform, and then there's other games within Finger on the app?
I mean, we're thinking about this in real time, and we have like a business plan that we put together probably 8 months ago that we're working towards. But yes, there'll definitely be more games. This won't be it. Will we do Finger on the app again? Don't have a good answer. I'm sure we'll do some form of it in the future. But like, hopefully his fans can look forward to new games, new challenges, new places where they can potentially win money and compete against their friends. And so when we think about BeastGames, like that's what the future of that company is going to look like.
Wow. I mean, I think it's obviously incredible what you've accomplished, and this new iteration seems really exciting just for, the extra lives and battle modes, and clearly just like thinking about it with all the learnings that you've had from the previous version, I think it's going to be, it's going to be an incredible success. I'm excited to see how long someone lasts for this. I'm curious how, like, if you had to guess, how long do you think it will, like, I don't know, it will last? And do you think it will last longer than 72 hours this time?
I guess so. The initial, like, first time around, I guessed 40 hours was my over-under. I was completely off. I don't think it lasts for 72 hours.
Even though it lasted 72 hours last time?
I'm also at an unfair advantage because, like, I know what's happening and I know, like, what's in the game and things like that. So I don't foresee this lasting that long, but I won't put it past some of his fans that, will just literally sit there for 4 days, not sleep, and try and win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine for the 72 hours last time, there was probably like, Jimmy's like, I just feel bad, and like, I should probably cut this off because 72 hours of this is insane. But I think it's going to be really exciting to see how this plays out, and I hope the people who make it far do stream and show everyone what's going on, because it's a really good opportunity for these creators.
Yeah, and also, I mean, Jimmy started the whole Twitch donation craze on YouTube.
Ooh.
Don't put it past him to see you streaming on Twitch, playing Finger on the app. He did it the first time around. He was like, oh, this guy's streaming Finger on the app. Here's a donation, right? Yeah. So don't put that past him and his crew either. So I think if you're a person or someone that is wanting to play Finger on the app, I would figure out how you stream this on Twitch or YouTube.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm really excited, and I think it's, even with the 1 million+ downloads that you've had to date, I think it's going to be, by the time that this goes live, I think it's going to be even more. And I think what's even crazier, which we didn't really talk about, is it's only been a few tweets and a video from Jimmy so far, and you've already gotten to that point. I think it will be, as this starts to pick up and we see it go live on later tonight, it's going to be amazing to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, totally agree. Are you going to be playing?
I will try, but let me tell you, I'm going to be one of the first persons out. Like, I'm going to be like out within 3 seconds, because I'm just like, I can't do this.
There was a lot of people the first time around that tried to be the first person out, so they could get the screenshot that was like, you finished blank out of blank. I anticipate that being a hot screenshot.
That's my goal. I want to be the first person out. I'm just gonna load in with both my fingers on the screen, and it's just gonna have me default out.
Just instantly out. So that it'll be interesting to see who gets that screenshot.
You just like cause like 500,000 people to just like immediately throw.
We'll see. Hopefully I can get that number of how many people lost within the first 5 seconds, and then we can talk about it on a future podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to do an update maybe after this is over and talk about the learnings from it as well. But I'm really excited for this to go live, and honestly, just amazing job with this one.
So, well, I hope everyone enjoyed this. Good luck with Finger on the app. It's going to be a grind. If you're competing, just be in for a long couple nights, because I think this is probably going to go at least over 50 hours. Probably not to 72, but at least to 50. So good luck to everyone competing, and we'll be back soon with another video.